Have you ever noticed that some people suddenly disappear when life becomes difficult? They stop replying. They avoid everyone. They become silent. Not because they hate people, but because sometimes pain becomes too heavy to explain, and deep people often choose isolation when their mind feels overwhelmed. 1. They feel emotionally overloaded. Some people feel emotions more deeply than others. Small disappointments, stress, or heartbreak affect them more than most people realize. Their mind keeps replaying everything again and again. And when life becomes too stressful, they disappear to protect their mental peace. Because sometimes silence feels safer than explaining pain. 2. They do not want to burden others. Intelligent people often hide their struggles. They do not like making others worry. Even when they are mentally exhausted, they still say, "I'm fine." That is why many deep thinkers disappear quietly instead of asking for help. Because they would rather suffer silently than feel like a burden to someone else. When life gets hard, deep thinkers often isolate themselves to process emotions. They think deeply about everything. What went wrong? Who changed? Why life feels different? And sometimes they disappear not to escape life, but to understand it. Because healing for them usually happens in silence. They lose energy for socializing. Pain changes people. When someone is mentally tired, even simple conversations can feel exhausting. Fake smiles become difficult. Small talk feels meaningless. And social interaction starts draining their energy. So they slowly stop replying, stop showing up, and spend more time alone. Not because they do not care, but because their mind feels tired. They are quietly rebuilding themselves. Sometimes disappearing is not weakness. Sometimes it is survival. Some people disappear because they are rebuilding themselves privately. They are healing silently, learning silently, growing silently, and one day they return stronger than before. As the quote says, some people disappear not to escape others, but to find themselves. So if someone disappears when life gets hard, do not judge them too quickly. You never know what battle they are fighting inside their mind. Sometimes, the people who isolate themselves the most are simply trying to heal in peace. Because not everyone breaks loudly. Some people break silently.